Keith, I guess over the course of a 38-game season, you're going to have the odd off day. Was today one of those?
Not as black and white as that for me now. I wouldn't see it like that. I would see it in a way where started the game pretty well. There was transitions for both teams. Conceded a goal we shouldn't have, if we're being really honest and self-critical. They look at it from their point of view, of course. After that, I felt we lost our way a little bit for 15-20 minutes, where I didn't particularly like the way we were playing. After that, I felt we controlled the game up until a transitional moment which brought them their second goal. We weren't clinical enough in taking our opportunities. I think 2-0 is easy to look at and say it's an off day.
What was missing from your point of view today then from your team that we've got used to seeing here especially?
The obvious one is goals. When you don't score, I think we've done enough to on the creation front, whether it was some set pieces, crossing scenarios, giving goals around the box. Felt we got into good areas. The reality is they've had 2 shots on target and they've come away with 3 points. And
you've got used to seeing Igor Thiago stick away so many chances this season. And was this one of those days where it didn't just quite work for him?
Didn't quite feed him enough, I thought. Balanced with. He's closely marked now. He's a marked man. Everybody knows about Thiago now in terms of how he plays, so it's up to us to find different ways of providing the service for him, really.
And from your point of view, Forest will look at their goals as excellent work by their centre forwards, but do you see it as some failings from your side?
Yeah, like I said, if we're being self-critical, which I like us to be, we need to look at ourselves first, and if you look at the scenarios where we had ourselves in decent positions, the first goal comes from a transition where they have the ball in the byline and they're able to travel the full length of the pitch. So we'd like to stop that at source, and then equally at the end bit do a little bit better, obviously. And then the second one's obviously a transitional moment where their striker comes on, gives them a bit of renewed energy, which they probably needed at that stage. They'll be delighted. Less so.
And I know that you said after the loss at Forest on the opening weekend, your form this season has shown how to respond to a bad day at the office. I guess, is it same again? How do you respond to a tough day at the office?
Debrief, watch the game back.
But in terms of that you did respond in a really positive way from that game at Forest, it's a case of doing the same again?
Yeah, I think regardless of what we do and how we do it, I think that the process remains pretty similar, really. We go through it. We're very, very honest amongst each other as a group, and we looked.
Keith, 2-0 loss. What's your thoughts?
Obviously disappointed. Key moments in the game. They took their chances. 2 shots on target. They get 3 points. If we're being honest, we can do better with those, obviously. And the other end, we need to be more clinical, more ruthless when we do create the opportunities. Performance levels, I thought today, overall were pretty good. Didn't hit top levels, but equally did enough to have got something from the game, I feel.
A slightly different performance maybe, but it feels very similar to how we felt last weekend, doesn't it? Again, 2 shots on target, 2 goals.
Yeah, and look, I think where I'd like us to be is in that position where we're performing well, really well, whatever levels of that you hit. So we're happy in the main, we're evolving as a team, but equally I just don't want us to be that team that, we play well and we've come away with nothing. So yeah, still obviously a little bit raw. Still really disappointed with the result, but there's good aspects to have taken from it. But the overriding feel is real frustration and disappointment that we haven't been able to get something from it.
Had a lot of the ball, especially in the second half. What more did we need to do to break them down?
A bit cuter maybe. Take one chance. Get across defenders when we're attacking crosses. Thought we were a little bit static at times. I thought we sustained attacks pretty well in the second half. Positionally, we were in better positions to do that. So there was, look, equally they're sitting deep. They're in a position where they're mid to low and denying space and defended their box really well. So yeah, listen, on another day we take one of those opportunities. Today, unfortunately, we couldn't.
Big blow, of course, in the first half with the 2 lads coming off. Is there any update on them?
No, not yet. Just Christopher is an ankle injury. And Dams is a knee injury, so we'll see over the next day or 2 once we calm things down. They'll go and have scans, obviously, and whatever they need to do over the next day or 2, and then hopefully we get some positive news on that front, that it's nothing too sinister.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed there. How much does that change the flow of the game as well when you do have 2 subs, which you obviously weren't going to make at that time in the game?
Yeah, it does, but it's not an excuse really. I felt Dams was playing well in the game. He was looking back to his brilliant best playing between lines, looking to create. I suppose it's the best part of his game when he's on that type of form, or find him in areas where he can be effective. I thought Dango coming on helped us because he gave us that added winger where he was threatening him behind, and obviously had that opportunity where could have and should have taken it. So yeah, it's not an excuse in terms of that. It wasn't ideal clearly to have to make 2 substitutions in the first half, but equally we've got a squad where I consistently speak about the quality that we have, the options that we have. So